Morning, y'all. Right, part 2 of my do any of us know what we're trying to fix experiment. Just remember, we've still got 2 of these hats, the 2 subscribers of this channel, and I've also got it running on my other platforms, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. So follow any of these platforms, subscribe here or anywhere else, and you got a chance of winning one of these lovely green Titleist hats. So not really my best start, was it? To those 5 holes, 5 more holes to go. So in that comment section down below, remember, I want you to try and tell me what you think I'm gaining on or losing on in this round. But then I also would like to know as well, I don't think I made it clear enough, I'd like you to try and guess what I'm gaining on and losing on as a whole. That's what the poll was. The poll was what, as watching me play over the many years, where do you think I make my gains and where do you think I let myself down? So where the improvements could be. And also for this round, do it for me and Dan also in that comment section down below. It's fair to say the comments, there's some great ones down there, there's some really good ones, people definitely getting it, but there's quite a few, just the ones that make me quite sad, because I've heard these kind of ideas all through my golfing life, golf clubs and stuff, and it just seems like, it just seems trying to get people to learn is such a hard journey, isn't it? Where if you want to just pedal like the cliches, people just want to lap them up. You can see why people give up, can't you? You could see why people just give you what you want, kind of thing. Trouble is, no one will get any better. Anyway, back to the course. Right, I am 4 over, you are 1 under. This will be a good half, won't it?
It will be a good half.
You're in a driver, 357 yards, but it gets uber narrow, so this is impressive play. What's the line with this club?
So I normally hit like a rescue or a 5-wood up here.
Yeah.
Which can then leave you a bit blocked out if you go a bit too far right next to that tree.
Yeah.
So now with my newfound thing, I'm just going to driving to see what happens.
What line though is still the question.
I'm going to try and finish. You see where those conifers drop on the right hand side?
Okay, so between the marker and the tree.
Yeah, that's where I would like to finish.
Yeah, and then you're only going to have a wedge in from there. Yeah, perfect.
From there. On the conifer by the tree there.
Yeah, I like that.
You like that? So this is interesting. What is it? Because you're just a little bit confused before we teed off?
So this hole I've never really been able to see what you're meant to do.
But you've always hit driver before.
No, I haven't. Because I still don't think there's a massive advantage with this shot now. I reckon a 3-wood up there gets me a 9-iron. This may be a wedge at best.
Okay.
So I am going to hit this because I want. Again, it's practice a bit for me. You know, at 4 over, I've got to get something from today, haven't I?
Well, you do, now that I've plopped it down there. A little left, but I think you'll be fine.
Not a great hit.
Yeah, that'll be absolutely fine today.
What's my yard as?
111.
Into
a slight puff.
I'm on a fairway here, if anyone's wondering.
That is a fairway found.
Good drive of yours there, Danny boy.
Right,
so I need 4 birdies and for you to drop a shot. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, you can do that.
I know I can, but like if you want to go and make a cup of tea, I won't be offended. Anyone watching. That was meant to just turn in and it stayed.
Well, it's trying to come in, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's an opportunity. So 88 yards of down, definitely the advantages of hitting a driver, but don't be fooled, that is out of bounds there. And this tree and bank will totally stymie you from really getting the green almost. So it is brave. A 3-wood or laying back on this hole is very much still an option for your skill set, isn't it?
So I don't see a 3-wood being the club.
As in you'd go further back so then you could get over that.
So I would hit hybrid or 5 or something like that to stay short of that. So I've got 56.
56. Chuck it in there. Let's get 2 under for you. Would be good.
Not a bad play. Yardage wise, 90 yards, 88 yards.
Nicely played. Spin back then.
Not a nice putt, that.
No, there isn't many nice putts on this green. This is one of the
right
most.
In front of it and short of it is perfect.
Yeah.
Anything either side.
You are swinging across the slope.
Yeah. I kind of like your putt. Uphill, off the right. You can do this.
I'm going to birdie all the last holes. Give you a little run, you know?
Yeah. Stay.
Didn't hit it? Hit it.
Yeah.
Hit the ball harder. Well, that's my second par. Thank you very
par.
much, everybody.
Well done.
2 par.
Train did stop at par.
Just, I had to jump off, it didn't stop. Stay up. Yeah, same with mine again, just
So much,
needed that extra power, but you definitely had more chance of that rolling 6 foot past than I did.
You get that going at pace and that's down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done. Easy falls again because the drives were half decent. As described. Is it? Good shot though.
Really? Didn't hear anything, so that should be just right of those trees.
Right, 116 for Dan, middle of the fairway. Good shot, tucked pin, but he can stop it. I'm just on the right side of the fairway. I was absolutely fine with today's weather.
Lost
Like
me
cut
wedge.
the corner a bit.
I got it in yours.
Are we mixing clubs again?
Yeah. You had 2 wedges.
God help us in America next week or whatever.
I'm going to go wedge.
Which is 46 degrees. So at the highest point here, normally it's windy up here, but it's a nice still day. Unfortunately, I wish it was windy and then I would have an excuse.
Right, you can be. This is a sucker pin, this one, for me.
Is it?
I tend to keep it just a fraction right.
Middle of the greenie.
Yeah, more towards the centre-ish.
Okay.
Again, 115, 116. This is just a smooth one of these.
Yeah, as described, middle of the green, hitting it well. As long as it's pin eye, little, yeah, that's good.
Long, I think.
Not much, that's a very good safe shot. 99 yards.
99 yards.
I feel like I'm warming up now. I might play the back nine when you go and teach.
Just love it up here. Love the views.
6 under on the back nine. Damn, what? Hello.
Yeah.
No camera, you say? Sorry.
Yeah. Well played.
99 yards. Drop this off. Quite thumped.
Yeah. Like that. Ooh, that's a bit left.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Oh. That had one of those little members bounces.
Aggressive, Dan, that is.
That is. I like that.
Aggressive. I'm a bit upset that it took such a big bounce.
That was at the flag, if anything left the flag.
It was left the flag, but I was never going to do a bail. I obviously didn't throw it far enough because it's shot on, but also could have quite easily missed the green.
Playing well.
Yeah. Alright, we're both what? 30 foot?
Yeah, that's about the same.
Not really good from the distance we were in. For what we had into the green. Just a little bit of work needed on Danny's last one.
Even when you're not playing well, you can enjoy the views, got.
Yeah, that's what I am doing.
It's a bit hazy today,
I
but...
don't think I've ever been in that green bit there.
So, that is the old location where you're looking at now, so...
Of this golf club?
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, so that used to be a... there you go. It's little Uncle Dan's history session here, isn't it? But that is the old Walls Hill Golf Club, which was Torquay Golf Club, basically. And then they moved over this way in about 1909.
Right.
There you go. Have some of that.
Get my putt now.
Alright. Better pace. That's a better pace. Ah. Right.
Warming up now, Danny
You
boy.
are.
Warming up.
Sun is on your back.
At 4 over. Oh, stays at 4. I reckon I could get it back though. I really do on the back 9.
Yeah, I think you will. Or would.
But that's the beauty of it. I can say would because we're not going to play it. It's always good just to stroke your own ego, I always think. Just in case no one else does for you. Tap him.
Feeling anyone else doing it at the moment for you? No. That was a bad putt.
Yeah, bad approach as well, wasn't it? We shouldn't have been as far away as we were, and then followed by a couple of bad putts. Unlucky, not your best. So Dan's just measuring up. This is a new shorter par 4. I'm just going to walk beyond him and show you this. Look at that view, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously this is Torquay. You see us filming down here on other holes. This is the short par 3 that we play. Sometimes long par 4 green here, the par 5 tee just over here going that way. And this is what's at the back. I mean, it's just spectacular coastline, absolutely stunning. What have you got for me, Dan?
I've got 129.
129, so, but we're going in a straight line at the flag. It's actually like a 90-degree dogleg, but we can go straight at the flag. Par 4, believe it or not, because we're cutting the yardage down.
Right.
229 you said, wasn't it?
229 to that flag.
I'm right between clubs.
So this new hole is kind of like it's a risk-reward thing. They're going to start putting in some gorse bushes around there.
Oh, good.
To really tighten it up.
So I'm going to go with power hybrid, which won't reach, but I'm hoping I get a little kick on.
Yeah, because that's to the flag. I don't know where the flag is. It might be at the sort of.
The only problem with this is if you're short, I'm sure the screen runs away. Really, I should go for the longer and go over the back and chip back up. I just can't see the freewood.
So, can you see the mound?
Yeah.
That mound has got a bunker in it, and you get off the back of that mound, which is only.
I'm going to hit a freewood, but up in the air.
Yeah, I like that play.
Like
little
a dinky.
high cutty one.
Little dinker.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't overdo it.
Slightly overcut
Just
it.
on the right edge of the green, maybe.
What, landed on the hump and bounced
Did it?
over. I think.
That wind. What's that wind doing though?
It's into, isn't it? I reckon that's got a chance, but I don't know how thick everything
Depends
is.
on what the bounce has done, isn't it?
How far short is that bank?
It's got to be 10 paces short of the green.
Yes, I'm in the crap between the green.
But I think it just runs. It's a downslope towards the green. And
Good 5 wood with a bit of draw. I reckon I could have got
I
power
like-
hybrid to land in the same place, basically. I really feathered that 3 wood.
Roaring or not?
It's trying, but not enough. It's about 2 paces right of where mine landed.
Yeah, so that I think that's landing almost green high. It's just a bit right of the green. It was a good shot.
Yeah, it was a very good shot. Very good shot. Let's get up there and see. Right, we have a situ. You got? Oh, you can see, can you?
Yeah, I can bounce it round there.
Yeah. So let's show you. So I've just come up in that little bit short, unfortunately. So I've got not much of a chip really running away. Well, I reckon lots of people could handle that chip, but for me that's going to be challenging. So we can't see Dan's ball from here, where it stood right behind the pin, but you have got this land all sloping this way. So if he can get it bumbling here, you know, he can easily get it into this par. And remember, this is a par 4, so anything on the green 10 foot from where he is, he's going to take as a result, I would say. I thought I heard it hit the tree on the tee shot, but he literally is only landing 2 or 3 paces right of me. It was very close. Because I think it landed in the tree, that's what I heard.
Did you?
Yeah. I couldn't tell if it was someone else hitting a shot or your ball, and it's obviously your ball. So you would have landed like here and definitely ran on to pin high. I needed to hit mine a little harder. Oh, it's a little stabber, look. Little Stevie stabber.
There's a lot of whatever that is in here.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. I mean, you've not hit a bad tee shot there for that level of punishment, but I guess, like you said on the tee, it is the risk reward kind of hole. And really, for me, this hole at the yardage they've got it, they should be making the green area as disastrous as possible.
Right.
So he's going high now.
Hard again, isn't it?
Good effort. Just threw it a bit far, but it's the miss because you're now putting up the hill par.
So I think you saw what happened to mine. It just runs away. So Mark's going to be landing on a downslope. What's your lie like?
Okay.
Yeah.
Lie has to be brilliant for me to want it. You know what I mean?
Go a little bit. Go a little bit.
Little Duffy could have been hit harder.
Yeah.
Mixture of trying to be too cute and being rubbish. Nice blend of both.
Yeah. Well done.
Don't need the chip, do you?
No. Just keep rolling it like that.
How to make golf really hard for yourself.
Good 3.
A fighting man's 3.
It was.
Back to 3 over.
Well, this is where they start getting this 2-shot swing stuff going on, don't you?
Yeah, but you've got plenty in the bank there, bro. Just so you know, I lost 0.52 on that chip.
And picked up what on the putt?
Nearly 1 shot. Nearly 0.95. Which is quite obvious if you think about it. Because it was a shot, wasn't it? This to stay at, yes, that's a great save.
That is a good save.
Very good, very good.
From behind the tree.
Yeah. I'm 3 over to your level, 153, so it's a good 8 or it's a feather 7.
What are you going with?
Because the pin's at the front, I'm going to go the longer option.
So you're going feathery 7?
Do you see what I mean?
Well, all the dangers at the front.
A slight finny 8 lands short and annoys me. In theory, this should be getting up to the pin most of the time. Still learning how soft my feather is, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, is it coming back? It was trying to come back.
The wind's off the right, isn't it? It just needs to go a bit.
Oh,
get up!
Wow, was that hit well?
Yeah,
like
I really tapped it.
Did you?
Because I'm between feelings, I don't know my distances yet between the long one and the real feather like that. Like that just needed 2 yards more and that's getting down to the old ice. Bugger.
8 still, I'm not
Yeah, so I could easily have hit an 8 where I've hit that.
Yeah, I'm not going to move from watching yours. You see, some people you can change, can't you? You know?
Yeah, absolutely, it affects you, doesn't it?
And actually thinking about it, like, think about a competition style now. Like, we wouldn't have had that discussion.
No, but
so I wouldn't have known if
though. You're spying and I'm spying. We're all spying, aren't we?
But it
I
might
reckon
have
it's
changed
into the
my
wind
mind
as well.
slightly.
Do you not feel that? It's into the wind as well. Just a good 8 for you. Don't ignore my 7. I've played that like a 145 shot.
Yeah, yeah.
I
should be the same shot as the second hole.
I agree, it is the same shot. Yeah.
Hit that bit toey, go.
Oh, that's up, surely. No, it's the same.
Just caught it a bit off the toe.
Yeah. So I reckon there's a lot more wind than we're giving credit for there.
Yeah.
Right, mine's just off the green. I'm going to putt. Dan's a bit further and he's going to chip. I would probably still putt his, to be honest. He's a stronger chipper than me. He's got that little clean.
Just nip that a bit.
A little bit clean.
I tried to just clip mine a little bit cleaner. Just caught it a little bit thin there. Wanted to try and get some decent spin out of it. Checky. I would definitely be putting from where Mark is here. Working its way in, it stayed out there.
Totally did, didn't it? I was expecting that to swing. When that set off, I thought, oh my God, I got one of my little walkers. No walking involved there, was there?
Yeah, well done.
I wanted that to go in, and between you and me I wanted you to miss, and I think that makes us one in it, which is quite hilarious considering what's been going on, and it just sums up what golf's about. Do you know what I mean?
It's the roller coaster of golf.
And I also
Up
think
and down, up and down.
that lots of times amateurs are built in panic buttons.
Yeah.
So I didn't really panic, I just kept whacking it because I was confident the ship would settle at some point. Come on, tap it in. Break the other way. Unlucky. So one over. We're going to walk down the 10th anyway, so we'll play it just to finish off one more hole. Unlucky, they're not your best chip there.
So we've got, I would say, based on what there, what 255, 260?
That's a slope reading, isn't it?
Yeah, on the slope.
Okay.
You trying to throw a driver there, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to hit the freewood shot I hit up there with my driver.
A high cutty one.
Yeah, not that high and not that cutty, just not turny, hopefully. So basically, my feeling is I go left shoulder turn loads.
Okay.
So I feel a bit like
Bit old swingy then.
Yeah,
with
very
more
old swing.
rotation on the way through.
Yeah. Because the trouble with my freewood, I was going to pitch it right in that bunker, aren't I?
Yeah.
The other option, I reckon, you could hit a low power hybrid and you'd run on.
I think you probably could. I think there's a few options here. Whether
Practice
dries
this
up
shot
fairly.
enough to know if I'm going to get the cut or not is the problem. No eyes.
Can't see that.
Oh, I got no idea then.
Didn't hear anything.
Don't know if I toe drew it or not. Hard to tell, really hard to tell.
As it took off, I felt like it took off pretty much at it.
Yeah, that's what I felt as well. Dan's got the freewood, which is the play, you just got to not pitch it in that bunker. It's all downhill, so it runs and runs and runs. Out to the right, drawing back, you see it?
You see it?
Yes, perfect. Towards the bunker on the right and that tree. It's in the gap. It'll be on the green. I'll be shocked.
On there, then, if that's on
I'll
that
be shocked
line.
if that's not on the green.
Yeah, that was the. I was trying to.
Yeah, that tree. See that tree?
Yeah, that
that's
tree was where I wanted it to start.
Yeah, it started there. Withdraw. If it's short enough, it'll catch the slope and get on.
Yeah, that should be
It's
right.
a good shot. Right, so I'm just front edge. You've got a great shot. You've run literally right down through the funnel there. It's the kind of perfect. I didn't see it like that. I think if I had another go, I get what you're doing.
Yeah, I think again because it's
I was
such
just-
a downslope, you can play it in so many different ways.
I thought you were just going to land it in that bunker. But it is. It's landing
Keep it
short
right.
work, doesn't it?
Yeah, it all funnels down. Follow the contours of it. I'm not sure where yours has landed though.
I'm guessing up round here somewhere. Here, look. So I would argue that's a little unlucky. Get up.
Well, for it to stop there is quite impressive, to
That's
be honest.
amazing.
It's off a serious downslope. So,
I'd go to that 7.5 like I did when I was a kid.
yeah,
Want some of my old run back.
all downhill and swinging. It's got to be swinging off of his right hand side, certainly early on in the putt. There it comes, it squares up a bit there.
At the end, isn't it?
Yeah. Easy to let that one kind of get away from you sometimes, coming down that slope.
Last start, I was kind of going for the 2 more than anything else. I think if I was in tournament mode, it would have been a lag.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Take your birdie and
Yeah,
move on.
yeah. Right, you've serious 2 eagle R chance here down to get back to 1 under. For a very neat 9 holes, couple of wobbles, but has played. The wobbles didn't even always come from that bad a shot,
No,
to be honest.
just a bit, the one silly little putt and then
Got unlucky with the tree.
the little tree. Oh, well, then the chip on the putt last hole, wasn't it?
Yeah. But again, the iron wasn't exactly shocking bad, was it? Tap him in. Yeah, eagle on. Eagle on. Right, this for you. One under this for 2 over. 4 bogeys, 2 birdies. Is that right?
Yeah, I was one under. Was I one under?
I think that's right.
Yeah, 2 bogeys, birdie and an eagle. Yep, good putt. Nice bird to finish. Well done.
Well done, Dan. Well played.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks for that, as always.
Lovely.
We'll have a little look at the strokes gained just once we get inside.
Yeah.
Interesting little 10 holes there, wasn't it? How it was to-in and throw-in, and how kind of on a knife edge it always is as well. So even when, like, I mean, I get off to a disastrous start, if you keep to a game plan that you trust in and know can work for you, I think how you can recover. Let's show you some of the strokes gained. It's interesting. So we're going to go handicap options first. This is Dan's numbers. His driving was of a +13 handicap, so brilliant, and he did hit I think he hit every fairway, did he almost? I think he did hit every fairway. His approach play was +5. His short game was of an 8 handicap, and then his putting was of a 5 handicap. So in strokes gained terms, he gained 4.3 from his driving, approach 3, he lost on short 1.1, I think he only had 1 chip shot though, that was within 100 yards that, so it would have included, no, he only had 1 inside 100 yards I think, or 2. And then his putts, he loses 1.2. Now what's really interesting with Dan, as we do this more with Dan, he calls himself a bad putter, which is painful for us, like me, man, Rory, when he says this, like literally just, it's so boring to listen to, because he's actually a very good putter. His strokes gained for putting are really interesting. So we don't really see many gains on putting because it's such a level field, and also we'll show you something at the end about putting. This is all relevant to a scratch handicapper. When you change it between scratch and pro, I'll show you the difference. It's interesting. So my strokes gained, so my driving was a +5, my approach shot was of a 1 handicap, my short game was 11, and my putting was of 3 handicap. So in effect, I putted better than Dan handicap wise. If we go to my strokes gained, I lost 0.7 to Dan's 1.2. But it just is not enough to save me if that driving and approach play is not good enough. So my driving, I gained 2.5 because I got it back near the end. My approach play, I lost 0.4. My short, I lost 1.8, and then I lost 0.7 on my putting. And that's the best I've ever had on my putting in the stats collected so far. What's interesting from the poll that we ran at the start of this 2-part series, if I show you some other results of mine I've been collecting, this was 18 holes, which you'll see coming up. Basically I gained 2.6 tee to green, off the tee. Into the green I gained 1.6, short I gained 1.5, lost 4 on my putting. That's a very common theme for me, and this was just 9 or 10 holes I think, round allish. Gained 2.5 on my driving, gained 3.8 on my approach, level, lost 0.1 on my short, and then lost 0.8 on my putting. The general theme for me is it's my driving and my approach play that is making me score. Then short game definitely lets me down. I could get gains in that. Putting just fluctuates, like you know, it can be a 20 handicapper, it can be a 4 handicapper, but what's consistently keeping me in the game is my tee to green play. So what's really interesting with the putting, okay, is if you look at, so this is Dan's gains on a scratch handicapper. If you change it to a Tour Pro average, so he gains 2.8 on driving, he gains 0.4 on approach, he loses 1.4 on approach, and he loses 2.6 on putting. So my maths here that I've just done off camera, because I'm not so quick at it on, he loses 4.1 shots tee to green to a pro, where he's only losing 1.4 shots to a pro with that display of putting in those 10 holes. This is where the strokes gained really starts to come into its own. Dan can spend all day thinking he's a bad putter, spend all day on the putting green. He's only going to find 1.4 from the putting, where he's got 4.1 of improvements he can make in his longer game. Like, why would you go for the short one? You would go for the bigger animal every time. What I think interesting, if we look at some of my rounds as well, this is what really I think is really interesting, which we play into this with our comments. So if I look at my 9 holes here at Dawlish, for instance, where I'm gaining 2.5, then 3.8 on approach, almost level on short, and then losing 0.8 on putting. If I turn that to a Tour Pro, I'm level with a pro on driving, or Tour Pro, I'm gaining 1.5 on approach, I'm losing 0.1 on short, and then putting losing 2.1. So again, the gains that can be made for me on tee to green over the putting are just ginormous compared to a scratch handicapper to the Tour Pro. What's interesting for me as well on all this, it really does highlight, I think, looking at the comments down below, and thanks for everyone who joined in, but it highlights. Well, here's another question for you then. For me, let's see what you think. The comments highlight how if you can't watch our games and gauge how we're doing, how is it making your own game when you've got all those emotions and what have you involved as well? But possibly it's easier because obviously you can relate to your own games maybe more you can relate to us. Post comments down below. What do you think? Definitely my experience as a coach over 20 years of coaching, or people's ideas of their own games, are never really that good or accurate. Which is why often these apps and things like Game Golf and all those kind of things, I've said it before, didn't prove as successful as they should do. You know, I still think these are the best teaching aids you can get. The trouble is for people, they're just too honest. And if there's one thing golfers don't like, and I've learnt this over the years, but it doesn't bother me, is they don't like honesty. Unicorns. They like unicorns. Post comments down below. As always, hit the thumbs up, don't be afraid to subscribe. You got a chance of winning 2 of these hats as well. Thanks all for watching. I'm away now for 2 weeks, but there's plenty of videos coming. 8:30 slots will still be filled with plenty of good content from Dan and myself, and hopefully Matt as well when he gets back. But anyway, got some exciting trips coming up. Holiday next week, and then me and Dan are off somewhere very exciting the week after. All will be revealed. See you soon. Have a great weekend and enjoy watching the Masters.